Okay, now we are in the questionnaire or lifestyle questionnaire section of the app. Now, with this, I really want you to sit down and actually take time to fill this out. So avoid distractions, avoid interruptions if you can. But the whole idea of this section is for you to really get an idea of where you are at currently and where you're trying to get to. Now, one of my favorite quotes from a movie is in the movie Alice in Wonderland. And Alice is walking down a path and she encounters the Cheshire Cat. And she asks for directions. And he said, well, that all depends on where you're trying to go. And she says, well, I don't know where I'm trying to go. And he said, well, then it doesn't matter what path you take. So if we are trying to design our ideal life, if we're trying to be intentional about our life, we have to have direction. So this page right here, this section right here is focused on that, giving you direction and really deciding what it is you want out of your ideal life. So you'll see there are 5 sections. The first is the self-reflection and awareness. Second is visioning your ideal life. Third is assessing current reality. Where are you at right now? Fourth is bridging the gap from where I am to where I want to get. And then lastly, what are the action steps that I need to take to get there? So what's nice about this is, one, there's tooltips. It tells you how to answer this and what we're looking for. But again, I want you to really think through this and not just quickly go through it. I want you to take the time. The nice thing too is if for some reason you do get interrupted, let's say that you start here and you say family and faith. Those are your core values. And you answer why. Why is super important. You'll notice we ask you why in a lot of these questions, because knowing your core values, knowing what brings you joy and fulfillment, and then understanding why is super, super valuable. So we can fill this in, we can save, and you'll notice it starts to track your progress. And I can leave, go back to the dashboard, come back in here, and notice that I can pick up right where I left off. Now, again, you're going to go through each one of these sections. So self-reflection, awareness, just understanding who you are, where you're at, how do you feel. This one, I love this question. What activities bring you the most joy and fulfillment? A good friend of mine who was the most decorated Navy SEAL told me this about success. And he said that success is a daily optimized experience sustainable over time. Now let's break that down. A daily optimized experience sustainable over time. Well, when we go on vacation, that's a daily optimized experience, but it's not optimized to last forever, right? So what we're trying to do is define, and you come down here maybe to section 2, what is your ideal or your vision for your life? What does success mean to you? We're going to answer this, right? But what we want to know is, what does your ideal life look like, and is it sustainable over time? Again, vacations aren't sustainable. They're ideal most of the time, right? But the idea is I want a sustainable over time aspect to my ideal life. So take the time, fill each one of these things out. Again, if you get interrupted or have to come back, it saves your progress. But this is going to be really important. This is foundational for designing your ideal lifestyle.